Hi, welcome back to the Crypto Dave YouTube channel. It's Monday morning, which means another staking coins and Masternodes update video. This is number 15 in the series, and there's been a few changes this last week. I'll just run through those quickly. First off, SmartCash. I did eventually my SmartCash SmartNode setup video. I did that in the middle of last week, so I haven't had a full week with a new SmartNode up and running, and it takes a couple of days to get the first payment. But I now have two SmartCash SmartNodes running, so that's nice. That should even out the kind of payments. They've moved on to the new payment schedule, which is every 2 days rather than every sort of around 9 or 10 days. So that's nice, and I'm receiving regular payments now from both of those SmartNodes. So next week will be the first week that they've been running fully for the whole week. So that's the first change. The other change is down at the bottom here. You can see there's a new coin called Shard. Now this is available on Simple POS Pool. You can wallet stake, and it's also on the new official NavPool, which is a MyNodePool, I believe that's called. So I just had a little bit of spare change in one of the exchanges. I think it was with CryptoBridge, but don't quote me on that. So I bought just about $50 worth. And I literally kind of moved that into a staking pool yesterday. That is, and that started staking. And what the other change that I want to talk about, so somebody mentioned on my last video about the new official pool for Linda. Just go to this slide. And the official Linda pool is now mynodepool.com. Now, I have been staking my Linda on Crypto Staking Pool. I've been very happy with that. I've been staking some of the other coins, so Bean and PIVX and stuff like that on Simple POS Pool, which is also really good. I recommend those as well. And the new pool, so this is the new official Linda pool, is MyNodePool. So somebody said, are you considering moving your Linda out of the current pool, which is Crypto Staking Pool, and moving it over to the official pool? And it's not something I'm planning on doing immediately. I'm quite happy with how Crypto Staking Pool works, but what I thought was quite a good idea, so I have currently 281,000 Linda. So what I think I'm going to do is once that gets to 3,000 Linda, what I'm going to do is split them up, and I'll put 100,000 in each of these three pools, and then I'll run it for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and see how the staking rewards compare. So I'll do like a little quick experiment within these weekly kind of update videos. So it probably start in a few weeks. I'm receiving probably at the moment 2,000 or 3,000, so it might be a few weeks till I get to the 300,000. If I find a little bit of spare change on one of the exchanges, I might buy a few more to get to 300,000. But anyway, that's my plan. When I get to 300,000 Linda, I'll split those between the 3 staking pools, and then I'll give you an overview of how they are comparing staking wise. Anyway, let's talk about what we made this week. NavCoin have been having a few problems with my NavPi. It's crashed. I think last week it had crashed once, and then I noticed again this morning, or yesterday morning, when I went to log into it to see if I'd received any stakes, it was down again. So I think I've probably lost a few stakes this week. The nice thing about NavCoin though is if you're not staking for any time, your coins age while you're not staking. So when you come back to staking, you receive large rewards to get to that sort of 5%, which is now 4%, I believe, with the community fund. So anyway, just 2.44 coins staked this week. I will keep an eye on my NavPi. If it continues to crash regularly, there might be an issue with that, and I'll either go back to the core wallet or might need to kind of upgrade or change maybe the micro SD card. I know some people had reached the life cycle of writing to their micro SD cards, and then that caused problems. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on that and keep you posted in the next few weeks. Syndicate continues to stake reliably, 72.3 this week. It's probably around a 30-hour payment cycle now for a Syndicate Masternode, and the Masternode amounts seem to reach an equilibrium now. It's between 6.2 and 6.3 for each payout. Basically, as more and more Masternodes enter the system, the time between payouts for your particular kind of node increases slightly. So it's gone from about 24 hours when they first moved to the new blockchain up to probably 28 to 30 hours now, but that's staking, or it's Masternode payments are coming in reliably. Neutron, decent week for Neutron. It's staking reliably. The prices across the board have been quite suppressed this week. We're down to 11,500 for everything. That includes basically an extra $800 for the second SmartCash Masternode. So we're down well over $1,000 on the prices last week. But yeah, Neutron, decent enough week for Neutron. NeoGas always stakes pretty much the same amount. I've now got enough to buy in gas to buy an extra Neo, so I might do that this week. So we've got 101. Was going to look into that last week, but just didn't get a chance in the end. BeanCash, so this is on Simple POS Pool, and I received 474 state coins in BeanCash, worth $1.53. SmartCash, so I'd received a few payouts. I'd received regular payouts from the first SmartNode, and then I received a few payouts from the second SmartNode once that was up and running for, I think it's 2 days before you get the 2+ days before you get the first payment. But that seems to be coming in now, so hopefully they will be a reliable pay ounce for both those smart nodes now going forward. The only slightly negative thing about this is because I had to move some of my SmartCash from one address to the other, I had to move it out of one of the addresses which was eligible for Smart Rewards. So that will cost me probably about 250 SmartCash this month, because it means we're not eligible for rewards. Next month I should be eligible for rewards on both SmartCash nodes, on both smart nodes, so it should be better next month. And it's 25th of the month I think is the payout date for smart rewards. Linda 1871, it's down a chunk from last week. We were about 4,000 or 5,000 last week. We had 1 or 2 very good days. We've had a few disappointing kind of days over the last few days, I think it's fair to say, with the Linda staking kind of pool, but just under 2,000 coins staked, $3.46 in value. The Achroma Masternode continues to pay out. It's paid out every morning about 5 o'clock. I think that's 5 o'clock GMT. I'm not quite sure, but it pays out every morning. I did notice when I logged in this morning, it doesn't affect these figures because these only run up to midnight last night, but I hadn't received a payment today, so I don't know if that was some kind of delay on the platform or something like that, but that continues to pay out quite reliably. 77.11 Achroma, that's $6.09. And then PIVX, so I've only got 237 PIVX. I dumped those over into Simple POS Pool. I received a couple of very small stakes this week, just worth 12 cents. And then Shard, so Shard went live yesterday, so I put that up on Simple POS Pool yesterday. I think it was overnight on Saturday night, and then I decided to sign up to the new Linda official pool, and you can stake Shard on this. So I thought I'll move them over to this so I can get an idea of how the pool works before I start my experiment. So I received a few stakes yesterday, 2.24 or 2.25 rounded up Shard yesterday before I kind of moved those, worth 26 cents. Shard stakes a huge amount at the moment. I think it's on somewhere about 400–500% at the moment. It goes down in time as it hits various kind of block heights. The staking reward kind of like decreases over time, so I think it was up around the 600% mark for the first few thousand blocks, and then it drops down 500, 400, etc, etc. I'll see how this goes over the next few weeks. It's not on sort of a coin market cap or anything like that. It is quite a small coin still, but yeah, it seems to be staking reliably on that. We'll see how it goes on MyNodePool over the next few weeks. So in total we made $41.80. That's down $2 or $3 on last week, but broadly in line with the figures from last week. Now hopefully now, from going forward now, we've got everything kind of up and running. I'll keep an eye on the NavCoin staking, but the SmartCash nodes are up. Everything else is kind of up and running, updated to the latest versions, etc, etc. So hopefully next week will be a slightly better week. Let's hope for an increase in crypto prices as well. So the prices of the kind of coins is down substantially this week. We're down, I don't know, probably about 15%, I'd say, on average across these kind of coins on this time last week. So jumping over to the graph, we can see here we've reached this kind of plateau down here. We had one bad week and then a decent $60-odd week, but we're around that sort of $40-odd dollar mark in terms of our rewards, and that's a mixture of well, it's more of it's more an indication of the price of the coins. So we're staking quite reliably, certainly on most of the coins. There have been updates, so obviously we lost a few weeks worth of SmartCash payments when the SmartNode system moved over onto the new kind of platform. I've set up kind of new bits and pieces, and I've been upgrading stuff. So we've had days and periods of time where we've kind of missed out on some staking, but we seem to be averaging around that kind of $40. Hopefully with the new SmartCash SmartNode we should be a little bit up on that going forward. But that's it for this week. Thanks very much for watching. Ask me any questions in the comments below. If there's any coins that you think maybe I should take a look at staking, let me know. That's it for this week. Thanks very much again, and hopefully I will see you on the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.